Okay. Hey, hey. Y'all, I want to talk about this quantum shift that we're having. Okay. Between like Tuesday and Wednesday, you probably felt it. Um, like maybe in the chest area, in your head. Y'all remember when I was talking about Saturn going into Aries, right? Um, Things like that, right? Um, is it just me or do I feel like I'm on a different timeline? It's like I've already seen this happen before and I'm like somewhere else watching it, right? The calm before the storm. Hey babies. It's happening. The quantum shift is already it's already happened this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And you can feel it. Like it's like I've already been on this timeline before. It's like I done jumped to another timeline, right? How are y'all feeling about this? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. It's like watching a movie play. Everybody say hey. There's 15 people here. Hey, babies. Excuse me. What's going on? Yeah, I'm just laying here relaxing, and I just wanted to come on and let's just have a discussion. Let's talk about this quantum shift that is happening here, and how you guys are feeling. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is facts. Cause it's like being around a whole lot of people is not the it is not the move, right? Isolation, really just kind of like just relaxing and not going with the picture that's being painted right now. Yeah. Uh-huh. And also I feel like that's the panic because like detaching from people, places and things, you don't realize how much people rely on your energy. And you detaching and like really, really like understanding how important you need your energy, right? And understanding you can't be everybody else's life force. Yeah, pretty much. They can't stop that karma because see, they've already sent that energy out, and that's the thing. They've already sent that energy out, so that energy return is already smacking a lot of people. And you know how we was talking about, Aries rules the head. So like if whatever like confusion or madness or chaos, they have consistently been throwing out, that's what they're gonna sit in. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. Because we have been a lot of people's power grid. Like we didn't realize how much people relied on our energy. Yep. Thank you guys for the gifts. Oh yeah. Man, I'm trying to tell you, listen now. You should have been listening whenever we was giving warnings in 2025, okay? Shit, in years way back, you should have been taking heed to the warnings. Yeah. Yeah, it's like nobody wanted to take heed to the warnings, and now here we are, and it's like, oh shit. Because I think for the past couple weeks, I have been telling everybody, shit, listen, pay attention to your funds, pay attention, take care of your stuff, take care of your responsibilities, do what you need to do, right? No excessive behavior, spending, whatever the case may be, right? Overindulging, whatever. Pay attention to, all the important things, check the boxes, right? And yeah, especially back before we hit 2026. And it's like now we're here and people's in panic mode, and it's like, well, can't come save you. Yeah, a lot of these people are in deep waters without a life jacket or a boat because they've been so good at covering things up and just portraying one thing, but really it's this over here because you can feel the energy, right? It's like, wow. Hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you that's the same thing I'm saying. That's what I was saying about like all my spirituals out there and like readers and stuff, and like people laughed at what you doing, but there could be like a moment where somebody gonna have to call and be like, hey, is there any way that you can send me some groceries, or can you do this, can you do that? But I was a demon. Remember, what I do for work is fake, but your credit card ain't fake. How you make your money ain't fake. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, okay. Or they told everybody they didn't, that they didn't f with you. They didn't mess with you. It's like, well, shit. Okay, keep that same energy. It's always the same ones got something to say about you that they find themselves in really tough situations, and then it's like, oh, okay, now I see what such and such was talking about, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Like today, I felt the laziness. Like I felt like I didn't even want to. I just was like, when it was time to sit down in the office and do my work, I felt like, no, I didn't. I try to stay away from a lot of videos and stuff like that. I am, y'all. I am so comfortable. Like it's been one of those days, right? I had to go out and take care of some business, and I'm like, man, listen now. And look, as y'all started talking about that, I had a monitoring spirit show up. Okay, listen now. And I'm over here laying on the bed. Child, I can't make it up. Listen. And a lot of people started to see the demonic stuff, okay, in the shape shifting and different things like that. And they're saying, hold on, what did I just see? Like, they're reposting videos and they're like, hold on, what was that? And we're over here like, oh, now you see? Oh, now you see, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're over here and they're like, oh, did you see that? Uh huh. Yeah. We're like, we've been seeing it. That major awakening, y'all. That's what it is. Uh, I noticed that the traffic has picked up in Taro Land. The traffic is really picked up in Taro Land. It's folks are sitting here saying, "Okay, hold on. Let me, and if you notice, a lot of the messages are coming up from like a year or 2 years ago. Different things are popping up, on the timeline, and it's like, whoa, hold on. And then you go back and you look at it and you start listening, and there you are. Yes. Mm-hmm. And now everybody's going back and that's popping up, and they're like, whoa, we was talking about that last year, 2 years ago, or see, like I was saying, something about. Tell me what's significant about the 2018 timeline with astrology, because I picked up on that and 2006. Hey, hey. And if you notice, some of us readers are on different timelines. Right. And it's almost like that's already started happening though, but it got pushed earlier, and isn't that weird? Like, it wasn't supposed to happen until Saturn hit Aries, but we already been in in that energy of the next Saturn and Aries sign affecting finances, family, and food in major ways. It's like they already are putting us there. In the Matrix. That's why I wanted to come on here and just, let's talk tonight, because it's like certain things that we've already said that was coming, they've already tried to make already happen. Like, you trying to push that energy. Okay. It's like we know that y'all was right about the timeline, but we're gonna go on and speed it up and make it happen now, trying to like throw the balance off of what the planets and what astrology is saying. I hope somebody's picking up what I'm putting down right now, because it's really weird. Because it's like I said, I've been watching the gas prices right across the street here, and it was like 237. Gotcha. And now it's went up to 269. Now the big hype about this storm is supposed to be hitting. Something's off. Something's not right. And you can feel it. It's like they're trying to push a shift that ain't ready to happen yet. Does that make sense, y'all? It's like, well, we're gonna go on and push this shift. We're gonna go on and make this happen. And it's like, no, it's not time for that. Yeah, the manipulation is so apparent with circumstances, people, places, and things. It's just kind of like, I can see you. I can see what's happening, right? It's that type of energy. Like, hold on, I know I said. Why is this feel this way? Hold on. Where before collective, we couldn't pick up on that, right? Where we wasn't hip to the manipulation and things like this, right? And it's like now we're starting to be hip to this, and it's like, okay, y'all are just like doing absolutely too much here. Hey, hey, it's like just sit down, stop, because you're doing too much. Exactly. Yes. Yes. See, you picking up what I'm putting down because you're reading the same energy I am, and it's like they want you to be so scared. We're not scared of these monsters, okay? Because we already done peep game. You do the same dumb shit and think you gonna get a different result, right? And it's like no. It's like each week I've noticed it's been different topics on the timeline. A couple weeks ago, it was all these people losing their job, right? Exactly. And then it was like the stuff with Venezuela, okay, all of that stuff. Then the next week, it's my timeline was full of people walking in and quitting their jobs. Well, how was it just a couple weeks ago? People was getting laid off, okay? Yes, yes. Uh, and now here we are, where people's going in and walking out and quitting their job. Can somebody make that make sense for me? Because I don't understand how we went from people losing their jobs and being evicted and all this stuff to people quitting jobs. Why would you quit your job if people are getting laid off so much? Y'all see what I'm saying? Is it there is too some ain't right. Something that it ain't adding up for me. Yeah. That's exactly what I've been saying. Hey babies. It's like they brought the same bullshit over to 2026, not realizing that we're about to hit a major quantum shift here, and we're getting into a new energy and a higher consciousness. And it's like you want to keep everybody down. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. Man, I'm trying to tell you, listen now. Because right now they're trying to tell you two plus two is six. And motherfuckers still looking for the other two. Do y'all see what I'm saying? You trying to paint the picture that two plus two is six, and everybody's like, hold up, where's the other two? And they got everybody looking for the other two while something else is going on. I'm just saying, it's real strange. Y'all, let me tell y'all what happened to me today. um, so I found a couch and a love seat, right? I paid for it, and it was pouring down raining yesterday. I go back this morning, me and my husband do. We go into the store to pick up our stuff. Why is there another vehicle, a U-Haul, there with coming to pick up the same furniture? Y'all, come to find out, they sold somebody that same exact suit 3 hours before we got there. And they took the ticket off, but they didn't put the sale ticket on there, right? So we come in and we buy it, okay? So the lady comes up today and she's like, I am so sorry. She said that was already sold. So did somebody steal something? Okay, or did somebody buy something and somebody tried to resell it to you like what happened to me and my husband? Yeah. I'm like, okay, this is so wild. Like, what is going on here? So we end up having to go to a whole nother store and get something else. Then whenever I asked if I could get my money back, they said that they could only give me in-house credit for it. And I'm like, what? Yeah. Yeah, it's been one of those days. I was like, okay. It was crazy. Y'all ain't never. And my husband, he was so angry, and I'm just sitting there in disbelief, like, How did y'all resell two pieces of furniture twice? I was like, wait, yeah. And what's so crazy is we spoke with the supervisor and asking him because we was like, well, the ticket's missing, right? We was asking questions. He was like, oh, there ain't no telling, we'll just put another ticket on there and you can go up there and pay for it, whatever. But the whole reason the ticket was missing is because somebody already paid for it. He ain't know his ass from the hole in the ground. But yeah, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'll just buy something else over here that I might need. But I was just kind of like, I was more in a shocked energy, y'all, than I was anything. Because I was like, how'd you not know that you already sold this shit? That the left hand don't know what the right hand's doing here. That's what this is, yeah. And like he said, be careful with your head region and things like this. It's like people playing mind games, right? I'm like, okay, I recognize that. What's going on? And y'all, at least I'm gonna tell you something. If you're in the energy I'm in, I'm calling it out. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. So that was the plan the whole time? Yeah, literally. That was the plan the whole time. Addressing things. You said my dad used to say he didn't know if his if he's been punched or the woodpeckers knocked it out. Mm-hmm. And then you know what's so crazy? Now going back and thinking about it, I was like, well, I said we want to go ahead and take it with us. I was like, because we got our truck out there, and the guy was like, well, it's raining out there. He said and it sways, so like you don't want to like take it now. I said, well, I said I can go get a tarp and put it over it. He's like, yeah. He said I'd wait until it's a sunnier day. It's almost like, yeah, go on and buy it, but you're not gonna take it home with you anyway. See, now that I think back on it, I was just it was very weird. I did it so well that me and my husband and the other people came at the same time to pick up the other item. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That exactly. Yeah, something because I'm like, what's going on here? I don't know. You said Libra moon signs will be having a very difficult and testing times. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got a whole better deal. Thank you, babies. Yeah. You remember how we said, we're always like, we pick our battles, right? But it's like with this energy, oh, ain't nobody picking no battle. You calling it out as soon as it starts happening. Okay. Hey, babies. What's going on? Oh, hey, hey. Yeah, you definitely don't want to feed the energies, but it's just kind of hard whenever somebody always comes back with the old cycles trying to do things, and it's just it's kind of hard to not say anything at this point. I'd be careful feeding your puppy ice cream. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. You said vanilla, not chocolate. Sis, I don't know if that's safe or not. My dog, he acts like he's a human garbage disposal. Yeah. He be trying to eat everything. I'm like, sir, you can't have that stuff. Like, that is not good for your belly. Yeah. Hercules thinks he's a half human, half dog or something. I'd be like, you can't have this stuff. There's going to be certain placements that you have, okay, and then with numerology, like what is your life path number, right? Are you a master? um are you a 11? Are you like, is that your master number? Are you born in the 11th month? 33s, 22s, just different things like that is going to be very, very significant when it comes to your psychic abilities and certain placements as well. So it's almost like the degrees in your chart, you want to look at that as well. Okay. Um and that what sign it's in and like what house it's in. Um Let me see. I got an astrology book right here. I think I got a numerology book too. Yeah, it'll show you definitely in your chart like what placements and how many degrees it is that is like strong ability, your psychic abilities. Oh, hold on, let's see here. Aha, voila, there it is. I got a few of them here. The power of numbers. Oh, this is my angel number book here. So yeah, like your life path number. Famous. Okay, so you got like let's see here. Just scanning through the book. Like a life path 6 is the empath, right? Life path 5 is the adventure. Life path 4, the organizer. Okay, life path 3 is the entertainer. Okay, life path 2 is the friend. Life path 1 is the leader. Okay. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm getting through the book here. Okay. So 22 along with the 7 7 and a date of birth, that person will be a psychic. Okay, 22 July 19. Okay. Yeah. Like I've been gifted since I was very young. Okay, so like I said, life past 7 is the thinker, okay? Then we have here number 8, the executive. See, also like 22 is a master builder. Okay, I do remember that. All right, so number 9's the activist. Number 9's the activist. Yeah. So okay, and then it goes on to talk about the double digits. The 2 digits repeated numbers. All told there are okay, so 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. Um Core numbers influence double digits, angel numbers, different things like that. Yet they are separate concepts. For example, 9 and then 99 and then 999 each relate to endings and transformation. However, they are shades of different amounts amongst these relationships, as well as in how endings and transformations manifest and influence the 3 numbers. It's kind of like how baby blue, neon blue, and navy blue are related but different, but the same areas of the color wheel. Does that make sense, y'all? The only master numbers that I know of is 11, 22, and 33. And you add your birthday up, okay? I think, and that's how you get your master number. Or is that your life path? It's one of the two. You can look it up on Google though. Let's see here. I think any date of birth, whichever life path that may be, if there is multiple 2s and multiple 7s, then they are psychic. And I've had observed these patterns. Okay. So it's pattern recognition, right? Okay. Cause see, I'm a 22. I was born on 22. Okay. Oh, okay. And the timelines too. Cause they've been trying to manipulate the timeline. So it's like, okay, now we're here. We're exhausted. Like, it's like we're sitting here saying, what the is going on here? Cause I don't know about y'all, but lately I've been like overly exhausted, but I've been sleeping really good at night. But like I said, it's like spiritually, whenever I lay down, shit, listen now. Let's see. No, I don't. I don't have a 7 in my date of birth. I'm 8/22 1983. Now see what you do is you add all of that together and then that gives you and then you break it down. It's something like that. Ain't that how you get the life path number? I know I'm a life path 6, which makes sense because I'm a empath. That's the empath number. And also 6 is like the family number. That's the 6 of wands, victory. And like you was breaking down my moon sign for me, that's like family and things like that, learning, right? Learning about the family and different things. You said date, let's say date, month, and year. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Do you know what? Since you're into astrology, you need to get this book right here. Yeah, you need to get this book right here. Numerology. This helps you understand the numbers and correlating them in the birth chart. Okay, let me move my hand so you can see. This guy right here is very brilliant. Yeah, if you're trying to like correlate the numerology into astrology, yeah. I gave you a chance to screenshot it, okay? Let's see. Y'all, I'm gonna look in this book and see exactly what it says, how to add it up. Okay, yeah, so you break them all up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's in English form. Yeah, uh-huh. Okay. Discovering the inner self is what this is. Yeah. So yeah, then you look at your life pack number. That's gonna tell you a lot about yourself as well. See now, if it adds up to a 11, a 22, or 33, I'm guessing that's just what it is. You said add them both for sold numbers. Make sure you reduce the number. Okay. See, y'all, there's so many ways. Discovering the inner self. Yes. Yes. Y'all know this is a part of your ascension too, is learning different things about spirituality. Okay. About, okay, astrology, about herbs. Okay. About the moon signs, and I mean, not the moon signs, about the moon cycles, learning numbers. Okay. And learning numerology. All this right here is a part of your awakening. And once you like, you'll start finding yourself having stacks and stacks of books like VG here and just reading through them. And guess what? This is where you don't have time for no confusion. You don't have time for no distractions, because what you're doing is you're literally learning. You're welcome. Okay? I'm telling y'all. Like it's really, really important. Learning all this stuff. This is why I said, like, it's hard for me to focus on all this other stuff. Whenever I got all these books, I'm over here and I'm reading stuff and I'm learning different things, right? On my journey. I'm learning different stuff. I'm learning more. I'm tapping more into this. And it's almost like, I'm going to tell you something too, guys. You start reading certain things, it's going to be kicking in just like that. It's going to be like deja vu to you, right? It's going to be like, why do I know this? Because you are tapping back into your ancient knowledge of what you already know. And you said you're left-handed? Okay. My husband's left-handed. He does things way different, but it works for him. And he loves to read. He's always looking up things and learning things. Okay. So yeah, so Silver Day, you're a life path 8. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, that's how you break it down. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. You're always gonna I mean, y'all listen. And the more that you start learning, the more excited that you are gonna find yourself, right? Oh shit. I feel like tarot, numerology, and astrology all correlate. Cause like, okay, you look at the cards, right? They have a each card has a certain meaning. It has a number on it. All of it correlate. They correlates, right? It has a timeline too with the tarot cards. And then it also correlates with the zodiac signs with the tarot cards, right? And like, okay, Capricorn is the devil in the tarot deck, right? So then it's a 10, which is a completion of a cycle, right? So it's like when you tie that into this over here, what obsession is very, very toxic for you, and what cycles do you need to end, right? Because that devil card could mean an obsession, or it can mean somebody that's in devil energy, right? It just depends on how you reading the energy with tarot. That's like the Empress. Okay, I'm sorry, the High Priestess. Sometimes whenever I'm reading the energy, when I see that high priestess in reverse, that's me saying the high priestess spoke her truth. But when she's upright, she's sitting still and she's not saying shit. She just watching things and seeing how things are working out, right? And then some of the energies with the high priestess being in reverse, that could be a dark high priestess that's doing something behind the veil or behind the moon. Right? It just really depends on like what energy I'm reading at that time or what I'm picking up on. That's why, like, I have people say, "Hey, VG, won't you help us learn how to read tarot?" I can't teach you how to. You could go read that book, right? and learn what the cards are, but you may not get that same message or that same energy from that card every time, right? I hope that makes sense. Everybody reads tarot different. Everybody has their own style. Yes, it ties to the moon cycles and the seasons and the signs and what's currently going on with astrology and like what transits is happening. So it's like you when you correlate all of them, then you start understanding the energy. That's like trying to read tarot during a Mercury retrograde is such a fucking headache because it's so much deceptive stuff going on, and then everybody's like, "Well, why can't you do a positive reading?" Has anybody ever been able to do a positive reading in a Mercury retrograde energy? Because that's whenever shit real active, when people really doing stuff under the moon cycles and really hopping into spell work and doing certain things. We can set our intentions for a good message to come out, but I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be hard to pull something good out of there. Yes, exactly. Um, I had a catastrophic event happen in my life in 2017, going to 2018, and I went to. I was having stomach issues. Right, my stomach was so swelled up, like I literally thought I was pregnant. Right, and I was getting ready to have a baby type shit. I go and I see the doctor, and real time, the doctor says you're healthy as a horse. I said, okay, so why am my stomach so swollen? Like, what's going on? He said, stress, intuition, the stomach area, the intuition. Right, there was some lot of shit that was going on around me that I couldn't make sense of, and it was like spirit was trying to get my attention. So, I got home and I started scrolling my YouTube and I started watching a reader, masculine reader. It was like this man was literally sitting beside me in my house telling me everything was going on. Even mentioned my doctor's visit. So then I started like watching and looking at things, and then I got a mentor, and she told me, she said, "You know, you're meant to do this." She was like, "You're just gonna be a different style, different type, of things." Um, and she was right. I do things different, right? Because she was a reader herself, and she told me, she said, "You got more gifts than I do." She said the way that you read the cards and the way that I read them, she said it's totally different. She was like, you're gonna find your own style. She was like, but this is just what you're meant to do. She was like, and eventually you'll elevate. She was like, and you'll start learning other things. And see, that's what I'm learning now, like about herbs and astrology and numerology and like and crystals and Reiki healing and things like that. So when you incorporate all of that into your practices, it's really, really important. Oh yeah, yeah. I was. I was. That's why I started being an alcoholic at the age of 13 because that's the only drug that I could partake in that would help me not see. So I would drink very, very powerful liquor. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but it's like 100% grain alcohol. Everclear. When I was younger, I would drink. I was like 15, 16. I was drinking Everclear, tequila, straight, no chaser, like real shit. Because I didn't want to see what I was seeing. But in 2017, 18, I couldn't unsee what I was seeing because my life was flashing in front of my face, and I was like, okay, there is I can't make no sense out of this, and I was just like you guys. Whenever I would watch a reader, I was like, is this over here by my house? What's going on? How you know what's going on, right? How y'all that man read my life? Like it was so crazy, and I was like, and folks is like, oh, well, this ain't real shit. You can say what you want to, but how the hell he know I went to the doctor and they told me wasn't nothing wrong with me? Yeah. Uh huh. And see, that's another thing, right? I was that I had to figure out too. That's how I knew I was being poisoned because of my stomach. Man, listen, I be trying to tell people when you're meant to wake up and tap into your gifts, that shit gonna keep coming around. Cause like it was certain things that I would overindulge in. Let me just tell y'all something. I could see better, okay? I would go and I'm like, hold up, why is it when I drink alcohol, but then I go over here and I take this kind of pill, I can see everything going on in the spiritual realm, right? Because it was sometimes whenever you take certain things, it puts you on a different timeline. So yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, because I drink moonshine too straight. And see, I'm half Cherokee Indian too. So I got the Indian bloodline. So it was like whenever I would drink it, y'all, it was like I was drinking like a cold drink or water. Like when I drink alcohol, I'd be like it was like a cup of coffee. Yeah. Uh huh. Cause I used to be so upset with my kid's father because he was alcoholic. That's all he would do, would drink. Well, then later on, I started drinking, and it was just really, really, it was bad, bad. Because the smell of alcohol started bothering me. Even though I had started drinking at the age of 13 and I had my first child at 17, the age of, I mean, when I got pregnant, that smell, oh man, it was so bad. Yeah. Yeah, I did that with pills. I got to a point where the pain pills wasn't even killing the pain, and I couldn't get high. So it was like, what's the point? Like at this point, I'm just wasting money and I'm damaging my body. Like all of this is just for what, right? Trying to suppress something because eventually your body will start rejecting stuff. You won't even like the pain pills won't even work. The nerve pills won't work. The alcohol won't work because your tolerance as well, right? And your body will eventually, like when it's time for you to really, really stop putting poisons and toxins in your body, oh, you'll know. You won't be able to go and touch anything that's bad for you. Yeah, your body will let you know. And that, like he was saying, the stomach area. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah, yeah, that's it. You said with the moon, air sign, a perfect combination for any type of addiction. Yeah, cause see, I was a binge addict. Like, I just wasn't addicted to one thing. I liked it all. I was like, okay, let me go over here and try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. Right. But yeah, and then finally, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck around my life no more. I did. I listen. I tripped acid with y'all when I was 15. We done a sweetheart. Me and two of my homegirls. Hey, and let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, I don't know where I went, but I feel like sometimes I can't come back from there. Yes, uh huh. You said I'm 81, sis. I heard you say you're 83. No, no, I was born in 1983. I was experimenting. Yeah, listen now. Shit. Me and my homegirls riding down the road when my homie came and picked us up. And I was over there talking about how the stop sign done ran. He needed to go. My other homegirl, she back there talking about the pink bunny coming to get her. And the other one talking about how the car is melting. Listen, girl, we was tripping. Yeah, listen now. Hey, baby, listen. And it was like after that, I was 15. Shit started getting real weird. I was like, "Ooh, baby, listen, them hippies back then. You could just imagine back then in the 70s. Yeah, no, they can't. That's the problem. Cause they keep on trying to poison me, but hell, I've experimented. I think there's probably like three things I've never experimented with in my life when it comes to drugs, and yeah, and they always try to use stuff and put stuff in my drinks and in my food, and it's like my body rejects it. I remember I heard somebody say, she's like an elephant. I can't knock her down. Like I don't know what it is because this person kept trying to poison me. Especially whenever I would tell them I'm stopped, I don't want to get high anymore. This person would always try to slip something in my drink and I'd throw the drink out and or I wouldn't eat the food. I'd just wait until the person left or whatever. But yeah, because I started catching on. I was like, well, this motherfucker right here, you better stop wasting your money, shit, because I'm gonna dump this shit out. That's why I don't eat or drink after anybody, especially if I don't trust your ass, man. You're not finna make me no food. You're not finna make me no drink. Like, yeah, I ain't playing none of that shit. Cause they ain't even gotta put nothing in there. They don't even gotta like your ass, and that's good enough energy to make you sick, right? Collector, that's why I be telling y'all pay attention. Right. That's why we always tell you not to reconnect to your past because man, listen, your past don't mean you know well. They coming to finish your ass off. I am, yeah, I'm yeah, that's that native from that's that little Indian girl in me. Hmm. And then I'm cold with the herbs. Like now that I know the herbs and I know what I can do with those and how I can mix them up and make medicine, like yeah, I be so busy doing other things. Shoot, listen now. And then I've actually watched it work, so I think it's amazing. I was like, man, that's and they say you got to believe in what you do, right? And I believe that my healing medicine is always going to heal people, even if it's like me doing sessions with the Reiki sessions or just sitting and having a therapeutic conversation with you guys and coming live, that also helps too. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. Pay attention now, class in session. Whew. Y'all hold on now. VG got to stand up, okay? Them knees of mine. Oh, guys. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys. Okay, what happened here? Uh huh. Yes, I see. Like, if you ever, who said something? Mm, I guess they deleted the comment. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess they was taken care of. Cause that's a. You said that I'm sick. Mm. Y'all, let me hit this bell here. Okay, there's a tower. As soon as I said I was gonna hit the bell. Yeah. And see, look, that's like y'all, I practice my singing bowls. Okay. I work with my herbs, my crystals, doing Reiki. The more on your journey, you're gonna elevate and start doing different things. I just don't do card readings, right? I do Reiki as well, and then tapping in and being a light psychic medium, tapping into the other side as well. Um, but yeah, then I utilize the crystals and the singing bowls and stuff like that. My sun's sign, I am a Leo Virgo. Yes, August 22nd. Yeah, I'm a Leo Virgo. The last day of Leo, the first day of Virgo. You said you're August 27th? Okay. Yeah, I used to have real bad stomach problems. Yeah, I don't know more though. I've got my sacral chakra and my solar plexus. I've got all that balanced now, but back then, yeah, I used to have a lot of stomach problems. Now I know the do's and don'ts. I don't mess around now. I do not like a bellyache at all, and it's like, That's why whenever you was telling me other stuff, I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. What's up? What's up? That's why I tell people like if you have certain Virgo placements, like you was telling me, like Virgo and what Mercury, um, and then Virgo and Venus, you got to be careful with like your stomach and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's accurate. That's very accurate. You got certain Virgo placements, yeah, because I learned that Virgo rules the intestines and the gut area. So it's like I have a lot of Virgo in my chart already. So I'm knowing like, okay, I can't do this. I can't. And then that's just like certain tapping into certain energies. Like that hurts my stomach as well. That's another thing. It's not only like the food that I intake, but it's also the energy. That's why I said something about this quantum shift that we just experienced Tuesday and Wednesday that I come around to talk about because I could feel it in my chest. That's why I was like, did anybody else wake up and like your chest feel like, yeah, yes, yes, And look, now you're gonna be tripping when I tell you this, right? In the past, my first mate, he was a Virgo that I married. And our daughter is a Taurus, and our son is a Cancer. And then my oldest son, he is a Leo. He's an 8-8 portal baby, and his father is an Aquarius. So, yeah, all of it's very, very significant. Mm-hmm. And see, and my dad has a lot of stomach issues. He has a lot of enemies. That's very and now at his age, he's finally come up out of all that debt. And I'm his only child. I'm an only child too. Okay. Ooh. Well, no, I wasn't going to, but I'll do some mini reads if you guys want some, or I'll do two questions for $10. Now, to be honest, sis, I wasn't trying to jump back into the energy like that. Yeah, I've had enough of it today. I'm telling you, I'm setting heavy boundaries. I'm like, I've had enough of this energy today. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow on that. Yes, you're exactly right. Yes. And it's like I'm showing my kids through myself. Change is very, very beautiful and it's important. And listen now. I know back then I wasn't the greatest parent. I wasn't the greatest mother. Um, but shit happens. But I know that I can make the future better. And that is very, very important to me, right? Is being a better person and being that person that they could look up to and really move toward their own future and say, you know what, you're not going to tell me who to be, or you're not going to tell me how to live my life. I'm going to go and I want to do this and I want to be this in life, right? Yeah. That's why, like I told you, I'm not one of them meddling parents. I don't meddle in their business like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Like it's one thing to be like a concerned parent, but it's another to meddle, right? Like it's gonna be really cold outside, and so it's winter out there. So it's like, okay, are the kids okay? What's going on? I know the other two, they're just fine. So it's like, well, let me hit the other one up and make sure. Hey, listen, you good? And but sometimes they take it as like, Mom, you're bothering me. But no, listen now, it's cold outside. You said whenever the sun and moon is in Virgo, Scorpio signs, and in Pisces signs, always be alert. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Cause I always say like, if all three of my kids are getting along, what's going on? Cause listen now, it's something that's happening. If all three of them are getting along in a week, okay, hold on, because they're always butting heads, right? And it's like, hold on, yeah, yeah, we staying up out of that, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, listen, they gotta learn their own lessons, Yes, you can. Let me look up on Google. In numerology, what is the signs of narcissism?
Here's a summary from Duke Health. What are the symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder? Sense of self importance, preoccupation with power, beauty, or success. Entitled, can only be around people who are important or special, and more.
Okay, let's see here. Mm. Oh, listen to this. 11, 22, and 33 win in balance. Okay, excessive focus on self, number, life paths, and destiny numbers. Okay, but how does that? So whenever they're in balance, it can suggest narcissistic tendencies. So that would be ones, twos, and threes, or 11, 22, 33s. So if they're like not in like if they don't have any balance, then they will show them traits. Okay, let's see. With like ego, needing control, lack of empathy, especially when combinations of high planets in the sun, Mars, and desired notes. Okay, in key houses like the first or 10th in astrology, pointing towards self-centered entitlement and content, need for admiring them. All right, so dominating the first, the high frequency of the number one. Let's see, the master numbers 11, 22, and 33, and then strong three and fives. And then karmic debt numbers are 13, 14, 16, and 19. Now I've heard if people's been born are born on these dates, 13, 14, 16, and 19, them is karmic debt numbers. It's like they was born into karmic debt. Let's see. Self focus, a strong emphasis on the sun, first and 10th house in astrology, and the 10th house placements. Mm-hmm. And 11, 22, and 33 if they don't have any balance. Because y'all, there was a time, like, thinking back, like, I was a control freak. I needed because I was a perfectionist. That's that Virgo shit. I was a perfectionist, right? And I wanted everything perfect. It was like I wouldn't do certain things unless it was like perfect for me, right? Because I had to be able to control that situation. And the more that I evolved, the more that I started understanding you can't control everything. Then when I started having high anxiety and everything else, that's whenever I really started learning how to move away from people. And then where I was raised by in a narcissistic family and home, I was picking up those traits. Cause see, sometimes these can be traits that you pick up, right? So it's like, okay, that's that mirror looking back at you, right? And I was like, okay, I can't control the situation. The moment that I started letting them, that perfectionist and that controlling and the ego and all of that stuff go, life got so much easier for me, right? And I was like, oh, okay. But it didn't for everybody else because them traits that I had picked up and them habits, I cut out. So like when they do things, it don't irritate me where it used to. You said also number nine, the 27th, the 18th, and life path number nine are multiple numbers in the date of birth. Yes. Observe this pattern. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because see, it's okay. And Jules, you made a good point there, right? When you start getting involved in like your kids' situations, like with their person or their partner, they're gonna resent you and turn on you anyways. You can throw a little knowledge there, but are they gonna really listen? Exactly. Are they really gonna listen, or are they gonna rebel? You know what I'm saying? So listen, use reverse psychology, but like, hey, listen, go on and stay with them. Even though you don't want them to, because guess what? Eventually, they gonna wake up and see. Like, is that what makes you happy? Because see, that's my favorite phrase to my kids. I want you to do what makes you happy. Does that make you happy being with that person? Or is that person draining you? Are they using you? They sucking your life force out? They trying to, kill your spirit? What's happening here? Right? It's like, let's run this down. What's going on here? And if I'm sure y'all got kids like I had, they got a smart mouth and sarcastic. Oh well, we're doing just fine. Okay, cool. Because what can I do at the end of the day? Even if your ass is lying, you the one gonna have to come to terms of your situationship. You're gonna have to come to terms with that. I can't come to terms for it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I got chastised because I walked away from an abusive relationship type shit, and I'm like, how, how you gonna be mad because I ain't gonna let somebody? Okay, look, my dog is sneezing. Yeah, uh-huh. That's what I was talking about last night. Like ever since I started having pets and things like that, there's so many things that I have healed from that I'd have had to recognize that was just really, really bad. That's why I don't feel bad for walking off from people, places, or things. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, listen, if you cut a relationship off, family, lovers, friends, or business, and you get better, you done the right thing. Is your like look at your nerve system. Do you have panic attacks? Do you have to do you feel depressed or whatever the case may be? If you're checking all them boxes and saying, okay, this left, I don't have this problem, I don't have the chronic pain, I don't have this, I don't have that. You see what I'm saying? Then you've done the right thing because first you need to look at your health and see what those relationships are literally doing to you. You said what? Just to ask because of what you said on the other video. Okay, what was you asking, sis? But you see what I'm saying? Like you want to pay attention to those signs and like synchronicities and what's happening with thyself and with your own vessel and your own situation. And then we're going through this whole shift right now. So it's like that's why I wanted to come on here and oh, it's a lot better. But we was going through that shift, right? That's why I was asking. I was like, okay, because look, right after that, whenever I said something on my chest, shit, I put some frequencies on. I done some singing bowl. I cleansed my house, and then I finally went outside. I left the apartment, right, to make myself feel better because I was like, okay, why am I feeling like this? But then I was looking up some things today, and I was like, oh, that's what that was. We was going through a whole shift on Tuesday and Wednesday, and now here we are coming up out of it. If no one is around you, those divine creatures will not abandon you, not the opportunists, the dogs, the cats. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. You know what's so crazy is I had a cat named Jasper. The last toxic relationship that I have finally lived and lived in my past, the cat showed up and my mentor, I was on the phone with her and she was like, Garfield wants some warm milk and tuna. I didn't tell her about this cat, y'all. This cat looked just like Garfield though. And I looked over there and I was like, what? Hold on. My mentor made me a believer. She really did because there were certain things around me I didn't tell her about, right? And when she mentioned my cat, and then you're saying that, right? My cat was there. Like she could feel that he was a warlock and he had that siphoning deadly spirit on him. And Jasper literally would sit there, and he got to a point where he started bringing his other cats around. Like at one point, dude come home and we had so many cats on the porch he couldn't even walk up there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he come home and he was like he backed up and I was like, and my mentor told me, she said, he knows who you are and he's trying to suck your life spirit, like your life force out of you. And he's trying to keep you from getting to the next level. She was like, I know this is going to hurt. She was like, but he was a lesson. You need to learn this, right? And like a week later, he left and went to go be with somebody else. And then when he tried to come back, I wouldn't let him back in the house. You see what I'm saying? You said I might have to charge my pen. I feel you on the frequency sounds though. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. But yeah, it was wild because there was certain things and it was weird because like this person introduced me to crystals and to different things of spirituality, like eating healthier and how it raises your vibration and stuff like this. But it was like, I guess that was for his benefit, right? At the end of the day. And it was just really, really strange. I was like, hold on, what is going on here? But he always had other women. He was all it's like it was a chase game. He always wanted, that he always wanted you to chase him. And I'm like, bitch, who's chasing you? I'm finna go. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. And that's weird because Jasper, he would only come around when feeding time come, right? When it was time to eat. But I noticed there at the end, he would sit out there on that porch and he would like lay up under the porch waiting on him to come home. And then he'd go out there and he would start messing around outside and the cat would follow him around. And it was, I don't know, it was just real strange. But yeah, the dog's way different. Yeah. Huh. Yes. Selenite, that's a really good one. Clear Corpse is a really good one. Bells, singing bowls is really good for cleansing the aura. Um, Spiritual baths is really, really good for cleansing the aura as well. Oh well, yeah, us spiritual people, we sitting still anyways. We ain't moving fast. We ain't even in that karmic contract with the matrix right now. That's why we don't resonate with that energy. That's why you probably don't sit and watch that dumb shit, what they got going on. Like, I bypass all that stuff. But see, I learned that whatever you watch on your timeline, that's what's going to be coming up, right? And then, so like, when certain things like hit my timeline when I'm watching it, I'll be like, man, I'm going to see that shit. I'd take that shit off there. Don't recommend that. Yes, uh-huh. And see, if you have an issue also collective with staying grounded, you can put salt in your shoes as well. And that'll keep you balanced and grounded. Yeah, that will help you. Uh-huh. Yeah, because see, what you want to do is you want to steer clear of any of that mess. That's why I tell people, shit, stop watching the news, stop watching certain stuff over here with what they got going on and this. Man, shut all that shit down. Shut the TVs down and go do some yoga, go read a book, go outside. Shit, I don't know. Listen, go find you something. Go work on your craft. Go build something. I don't know if you sew or you do herbs or whatever, right? Go work with your plants, but find something high vibrational to do so you can stay out of that frequency because it's so strong. They want to pull everybody down and have everybody fearing and scared and all this other stuff over here in this part of it, right? We don't want to carry that energy. That's not even our frequency. Yeah. Excuse me. Mm. Uh-uh. No, because I've always been big on my health. I pay attention, like when my body starts telling me something, yeah, I pay close attention to how I feel and what's going on. And like if it's like let's see, when I first got shingles, like 15, 20 years ago, and then it come back again, I already knew what it was from because it's from stress, right? Adult shingles is like kids chicken pox, right? And whenever it come back the second time, oh hell no, I was like, because the first time I didn't know, but I done my research, so it's like that's like whenever I had walking pneumonia, I was like, okay, and then when I had to stop drinking, my stomach issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like once I got schooled on what was what and what I needed to do, because that's one of the things. Whenever I started healing my addiction, I started understanding what each thing was doing to me. Right? What was doing to my body? Yeah. Uh huh. So it's like really, really important. That's not my birthday. Mine's 8/22/83. But yeah, whenever I started like plugging certain things in, oh, child, listen now. You gotta once you start plugging certain things into your health and what's causing these things and stuff like that. Because I wanted the doctor to break down to me like what caused that. Why do I have like why is the flare ups in my stomach? What's going on here? And then I got with a doctor, very, very intelligent young man. Hey babies. Very intelligent. And he was telling me, he said, sometimes the body gives off um, it triggers when you're in a stressful situation, pretty much explaining intuition, but through your health. And he's like, yeah, you need to pay attention to that. He said, when you get so stressed out, he said, there's because there's stuff around you. He said, your body's letting you know, don't trust that. I was like, so you pretty much explaining intuition. He said, pretty much, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you. So, yeah, when your intuition is triggered about something, certain health things happen. Like I said, a punch in the gut, your stomach hurts. Or if there's a lot of stress around you, what happens? Stress in the heart. You're over here and it's like just different things. And if you have chronic pain and you got all this stress around you, then you're eating the bad things. You will have all bukus and bukus of heart problems. And then being having all of that in my chart, right, with the Virgo and drinking all that alcohol, and that's ruling gut health. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Exactly. So it's like once I started plugging things in, you can't play with my head anymore. You can't play with my mind. So it's like, oh, okay. So now I see clearly. So now it's like people, places, and things. What VG's learned with thyself. You're not finna play with my head. I'm not finna let you even get that close to me, or my health. Okay, or my spirit, for that matter, right? You're not gonna play with my mind, my body, or my soul, or my spirit at all, because I'm not gonna let you get that close. Because I already know when I sense it and my stomach feels it, and I have anxiety. To me, also, y'all, that is like your inner child. My inner child is screaming and saying, "Get away." Especially whenever I feel like that stress in my heart, or I get like a panic attack. I feel like that's my inner child talking to me. I don't know if y'all feel like that, but I feel like that's my inner child, like squeezing and saying, "Hey, this don't make me feel safe. This don't make me feel safe. I don't like this." Right? That's why I always say, pay attention to how your vessel feels, because that's where I had to learn. Yeah, you said 2, 4, and 8 in Vedic numerology is a combination of above mentioned problems. Okay, so in Vedic astrology, gotcha. Okay. And see, that's another thing with astrology. You have Western, you have Vedic, you have tropical. So it's like, which one do you follow? You know what I'm saying? For you to understand. Because, like in Vedic, I'm a Taurus, but I have some of the same placements with the Virgo, right? But in Vedic, I'm a Taurus. So now I can understand me being very stubborn and always wanting to do things my way, and being that control freak. And you see what I'm saying? It's like it almost correlates with, okay, well, if I follow Vedic astrology, then that would make sense why I was like that. And, focused on the finer things in life. And like you said, with the Aquarius moon, material things like that, that's a Taurus thing too, is material things, the finer things in life. The same characteristics here. Hey, hey. So is that what you're trying to master? Like you got the astrology thing down, but you're just trying to plug the numerology into it, right? 2, 4, and 8 combinations can squeeze your mind, yet through depression, anxiety, and addiction. Got you. So that's like generational curse too, and a lesson. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. So, family, I think I'm about to get up off of this thing. You said generational curses happen whenever your sun, moon, in Virgo, Scorpio, or Pisces, along with the same type of connections to Saturn and North Node, is okay. Tens or conjunction. Gotcha. Okay. So it's like whenever you have those certain type of placements, it's a lot of karmic debt that have to be cleared up with the Virgo, the Scorpio, and the Pisces signs. Okay, and then whenever it's connected to Saturn on top of that, because you know what, that does make sense. Because I notice whenever I read the Earth signs and the water signs, it's so much drama correlated into those. And it's like, okay, that's why I tell people like go and look at your big three signs in your chart, because what is really resonating, right? And it's like, because it's like a whole lot of shit that's going on with the earth signs and the water signs, and all of that stuff just correlating together with the family, the friends, with work, and with the corruption and all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's why I always say, I'm like, it seems like some people has got like a cursed family dynamic, like, and it's like a never ending thing that goes on. It's like you try to leave the situation and then they try to pull you back into something. And you're sitting here and it's like now this energy is so wore down because it's like, okay, do you know, like now it gets on your nerves. Now at this point, it's just like, look, my nose is itching. You're irritated with it. Cause it's like I'm not gonna keep doing this cycle with you. Just like that phone call right there. It's got me a little irritated. Cause it's like, what? Okay, I gotta go. Cause I just told you I'm working, but you just dismiss what I just said, and like, you see what I'm saying? And the only reason I answer the phone because I want to make sure it ain't an emergency with the person that just called, right? But it's like, okay, you're very irritating. Like, I'm not finna let me go because I just told you I'm working. What is it? You see what I'm saying, collective? Yeah, y'all, I'm fixing to go on and go. I'm finna go get a shower. Okay, my husband's finna get off work. And rest. Okay, get y'all some rest. Okay, cause VG gonna get her some rest. You are not gonna believe what's on my phone. 88%, 22 minutes until full. Okay. I am, man, and I think it's correlating too with my age. Older in your 40s, that irritation button is like, don't do that again, because listen, I'm not. That's where I'm at. Like, okay, that just really struck a nerve with me. I'm not even fixing. I can't do it right. Yeah, I am definitely on that Jupiter timeline, and I can feel it. Thank you for breaking that down for me. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out of here. I'm about to get some rest, and I will see y'all tomorrow sometime. Okay. Tomorrow's Friday. Y'all know it's a busy day. Okay. Lots of content coming out on Fridays. Peace, love, and light.